Do you want to be able to afford the best players and open the best packs in FC24? Go to u7buy.com to buy your EAFC24 coins. It's more economic than buying FC points and just as reliable. They already offer some of the best prices out there, but you can get an additional 6% off using promo code Eli at checkout.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We have meta custom tactics for you guys today. It is the tactics that I personally used last week to get 19-1. Again, gave away the last win. This time I could have gone 20-0, but I was this close. But it is what it is. Gave away the last win. Don't pay attention to the team so much because I started off. Well, it's not a brand new account. I started off this account during Centurions, I think it was, and I just stopped playing it. I played it for like 3 days. Then I stopped playing it, and then I reopened it back up, bought some players, trying out new tactics, but kind of want to see how the lower divisions were, the higher divisions are. I kind of want to have an account where I have, how do I want to say this, division 5 and under and division 4 and above, if that makes sense, just so I can kind of test things out for both sides. That way I can show what's really meta, what's not, just to make sure everything's working. But let's get into the actual tactics, because that's what you guys are here for, the 4-2-3-1. So this formation right here, this is exactly what I used last week, and I'll tell you how to customize it for yourself. Very meta formation is very good to go up against probably any formation because it has these two CDMs. It is very good against the, let me see, it's very good against a 4-4-2. The only problem you'll have with the 4-4-2 is the counterattacks. That's it. The 4-2-2 will be a formation that will beat it, just because it has more attackers. Like it doesn't have it has two strikers instead of one cam, so it can hit you on the counterattacks a little bit easier. It is very good against a narrow formation, which a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. The 4-3-1-2, very good against those. Very good against any 4-3-3s. 4-3-3-4 might be the only one that causes it problems too, just because it's more attacking, because it has wingers and it opens up the wings a lot on the formation on the 4-2-3-1. Very good against, very good against the 4-3-2-1. If you need to counter this formation, this one will be your go-to. It suffers a little bit against the 4-2-1-3. Very good against 5-2-1-2. It can shut this one down. It can shut down a 5-3-2. I think the only one it might suffer from over here will be 3-4-1-2, just because this is super attacking, and the 3-4-2-1. That might be those might be the only formations it suffers against, and I kind of told you which ones it's really good against. But let's get into the tactics. Defensive style balance with 37 on old gen, new gen 40. Leave it there because of the cutbacks. You're trying to prevent some cutbacks. Cutbacks are even more overpowered now, just because more people are using those instead of Trivelas, just because Trivelas have been slightly nerfed. So 37 on old gen, 40 new gen, 60 on old gen. On new gen you could do 63. You can drop it to 60 if you would like. Anywhere from 63 to 60 is fine on new gen. Old gen 60 to 57. That's about the sweet spot right there. I wouldn't go any higher. I wouldn't do the manual press. I wouldn't do anything like that as of right now, unless I let you guys know. Or if you guys are very good at manually pressing, then go ahead and turn on the 71 depth. It's just a lot of people have team of the year cards, and I don't want to get caught on the counterattacks. I don't want them to send over the top through ball, so I just play very conservative. If you can tell, my team, I was playing with a gold ball day. I went 10-0 on qualifiers. Actually, I went 9-0 on qualifiers, and then the season reset, and I didn't get to redeem my rewards, so I gotta play qualifiers again. Nice. But I might play 2 weekend leagues this weekend, or two different teams with these exact same formations. But what I'm trying to get to, long story short, is that I don't want to get caught on any counterattacks, so therefore I play 60 depth just to be a little bit more conservative. Now this is the biggest difference that I made from last time. I put long ball and direct passing. The reason why I put long ball is because I want to play more direct, more fast, get into my opponent's face and hit them on the counter attack. As soon as I steal the ball, I just hit them on counter attacks, send my striker on through balls, or do quick 1-2s with my midfielders, and just start bombing forward instead of playing so much with possession, if that makes sense. So I put long ball direct passing if you want to be very, very aggressive. Now, if you don't like long ball, if you feel like it's too aggressive for you, then go ahead and switch it to balance. Now, if you do like long ball and you want to play even faster, like faster than I play, then play fast build up. If you play fast build up and direct passing, you are going to cause so many problems to your opponents because you're going to be bombing forward at all moments. Like, you're just going to be going. Your opponent's not going to know how to stop it, even if they try to park the bus. And that is how you counter basically the park the bus meta. So I recommend starting off with long ball. If it's too fast, balance. If it's not fast enough, then do fast build up. Direct passing, leave it there with 47. That's fine, just to be a little bit more narrow in the midfield area, and get your right cam and your left cam to cut inside whenever you are getting to your opponent's box. I did drop the players in the box to 5, and I'm fine there because I do have the long ball tactic. Now, if you switch it to balance, then you can up this to 7. But if you have long ball, then leave it at 5. It's because you don't want to get too many players to move out of position, because if you get too many players to move out of position, you do get caught on counterattacks, and that's not fun at all. Corners and free kicks 1 and 1. Players who you want where: meta center backs. I've been using this Van Dijk. He's still really good. He does get caught on the counters every now and then, just because he's a little bit slower now. But you can get away with Van Dijk and Blanc, Van Dijk and Koundé. You know who you gotta use. That Saliba is very good. That honorable mention. Players like that. Right back, left back. Make sure you have fast, pacey. Fullbacks, if they have any whip cross PlayStation Plus style, then go ahead and use those, because those are very good. What else is good? Long ball, incisive pass. All those passing traits are very, very good. Use those if you can have those there. So just make sure they're good at attacking, defending. Joao Cancelo will be perfect here. Jonathan Klaus, any of the new Future Stars Academy players will be decent too. You know who to use there on your fullbacks. CDMs, I recommend playing 1 CDM and 1 box-to-box, or 2 box-to-box CDMs or center mids. I play 2 box-to-box center mids, so 2 number 8s. I play Frankie de Jong and Putellas. Putellas is 10 out of 10. I bought her 100,000 coins, I think she was. Probably one of my favorite players in the game, next to Neymar, honestly, in this formation. Box-to-box center mid, she just shows up anywhere. Trivella's finesse shots, skill moves around players, even bodies players. Yeah, she's a real deal. But that's what I recommend, playing 2 number 8s here. You can get away with like Sawa and Bruno Fernandes, Hullet, Putellas. If you have Thunderstruck Frankie de Jong, play him there. Bellingham, Modric, players like that, use them here. Cam, make sure you have a fast, swift playmaker cam. I have Neymar. He's a perfect player for me. If you could buy Neymar, just buy Neymar. Hansen will be really good. Messi will be really good too. Actually, Zidane will be very good there. If you've never tried him there before, play Zidane there. He'll be very decent. Players like that are known to be playmakers, if that makes sense. Known to be number 10s, known to be ball carriers. Play them there. Right winger and left winger, just play fast, pacey wingers that can attack, defend, all that good stuff. That can have skill moves, do cutbacks, travellas, whatever you need to get done. Just put those on your wingers, and then put a fast, pacey striker. And please make sure you put a fast striker like an Mbappe. Who else? I have Julian Alvarez, and he gets the job done. Malin. I'm trying to think. Jarzinho, Eusebio would be excellent right there. That Thunderstruck Dalglish is still really good. Players like that can kind of get in behind and do a first time shot or a ball roll around the goalie and then a goal. But yeah, use a striker like that. Instructions: goalie comes across the sweeper keeper. Both center backs stay back while attacking. Right back stay back overlap, and left back stay back overlap. So I did change this around a little bit, only because I do have the long ball tactic. If you don't have the long ball tactic and you have balance on the tactic, then you can go ahead and put balance attack on this one. But if you have long ball tactic, then just turn it off, just because they'll go forward regardless. They just won't go too far forward unless you make them go forward, if that makes sense. With the L1 triggers, both CDMs cut passing lane, step back while attacking, cover center on both of them. But keep in mind, because of the long ball tactic, they do bomb forward a little bit, just to give more passing options whenever you are in your opponent's final third. So just keep that in mind. That's why I say play 2 number 8s there, because they'll get the job done better than a number 6. If that makes sense. Like Vieira will be fine, because I play Vieira. in my other account, and he's fine, but I don't dribble with him. As soon as I get the ball, I try to distribute it to somebody else, and that's it. That's all I need him for, just to recycle the play. But if you have like a Frankie de Jong and a Putellas, you can kind of pass the ball around, touch the ball, open up some space. You know what I mean. Cam, basic everything except for getting to box or cross. Because of the get into the box or cross, he acts like a shadow striker, so he'll run right behind your main striker to try to score any cutback goals, cherry pickers, sweat the goal, whatever you want to call it, because those are the best way to score. Speaking of the best way to score, right cam, left cam, make sure you have come back on defense, because they do defend in a 4-4-1-1, and get into box for cross, because when in doubt, a cutback will get you out, and that's the best way to score goals in this game in general is cutbacks. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Cutbacks and through balls, that's the main meta going on right now. So just make sure to use those so you can actually score some goals. Same thing on the left cam, come back on defense against a box or cross. And then your striker, please pay attention. Put stay central, get in behind, stay forward. If you want to be very, very aggressive, then have stay forward. If you feel like your striker is too far ahead and you don't like playing that many through balls, then just put basic support. But I recommend doing stay forward, because it'll penetrate your opponent's defense and it will hit them on the counter whenever they are trying to park the bus, or they are playing any drop back meta or drop back on their defense. If you put stay forward, he'll be running in with the last man, your last opponent, with your opponent's last defender, and you just send him on a quick through ball and he'll be alone, and then that's an easy goal. But yep, those are the custom tactics and instructions for the 4-2-3-1. I will post full meta tactics this week that I'm going to be using for foot champs, and I'm also going to post some Liverpool tactics later on today or tomorrow. As soon as time permits, I will get that done for you guys. I've been working on that too, trying to enjoy the game, trying to figure out different ways to enjoy the game. So and that's by making more authentic tactics instead of meta tactics, and creating new teams like this, and just kind of starting all the way over, because Division 1 and Elite Rivals is not fun at all. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please be safe. Peace.